英国的 ARM 公司主导了世界上几乎所有手持设备的芯片架构。不过，这家公司最初研发芯片的时候也是捉襟见肘。那么，他们成功的秘诀是什么？近日，ARM 公司技术创始人、英国皇家工程院院士史蒂夫·福伯访问深圳，就芯片话题接受了我们深圳湾会客厅的专访。
上世纪80年代，史蒂夫·福伯和罗杰·威尔森联合设计了第一代32位6兆赫的处理器，并用它做出了第一台 RISC 指令集的计算机，简称为 ARM， 这也成为 ARM 公司名字的由来。如今，几乎所有手机处理器架构都基于 ARM 的设计，不同芯片厂商根据自己的需求，用这份基础菜谱做成不同的菜系。
You mentioned that when you were developing in the 1980s, you actually was no money and no people. So what's the story behind it?
And there is some truth in this because the very limited resources we had meant that we really had to take decisions to keep the ARM simple. Silicon technology had advanced to the point where you could put not just a whole processor on a chip, but you could also put most of the support functions that you needed for something like a mobile phone on the same chip.
So the very first thing is the simplicity. So what else?
In the UK, it was not possible to get the level of investment required to do any chip manufacture. And so he created this IP licensing model. So they developed this model where in addition to royalties downstream, you also pay an upfront license fee. And of course, the upfront license fee is very good for cash flow.
在福伯看来，目前的芯片核心技术领域市场已经被欧美企业垄断。中国想要弯道超车，应该瞄准新方向，提早发力，抢占先机。
It's very difficult to displace a company that's already well established. So when it was mainframes, it was IBM. With mini computers, it was digital. With PCs, it was Intel, all American. Then with mobile, it was ARM. So I think if you want a successful processor business, you have to identify the next new market and try and get into that market ahead of the competition.
So what will be the new markets in the next stage?
What's the new market? Well, there's Internet of Things, IoT is clearly something that's being talked about. Of course, ARM has great plans to dominate that market as well, which is another order of magnitude bigger than their current market. But whether they'll succeed in that, only time will tell. And of course, the real big shift, the new market that's being anticipated for less time is the machine learning space.
而对于未来抢占芯片核心技术高地，福伯认为人工智能或将成为一大关键。
I think what we can expect is the very sophisticated machine learning systems which currently require large data center resources for training. We can expect developments that scale that down to something that can potentially operate inside a mobile phone. So we'll see AI move from the big companies with large data centers out into the hands of individual users with smartphones.
Thank you for joining us today, Professor Furber.